This is Luigi's Mansion, which is a launch title for the GameCube that came out in 2001. Alrighty, story for this game. Well, Luigi has apparently won a free mansion at a contest that he actually never entered in. So, he sent his brother Mario ahead of him to check out his new pad, and along the way, he loses track of Mario, so he goes to investigate. He gets spooked by all kinds of different types of ghosts and has no way of fighting them. And then he bumps into this strange old man, Professor EAD, who gives him the Poltergeist 3000, which enables Luigi to fight ghosts. Along the way, he finds out that his brother has been turned into a painting and is held captive by a bunch of ghosts, so it's up to Luigi to save his brother. Concept for this game. Well, first off, Miyamoto has kind of thrown us a curveball with the Mario platforming games. You're going to find out that Luigi's Mansion's concept is completely different from other Mario-type games at that time. Mainly what you do as Luigi is you explore. This is an exploring game, not really an action-adventure. Luigi goes through the mansion trying to open doors, which he then has to search for keys, and once he finds the key, he can then progress through the game and battle tons of different monsters and ghosts and look for his brother, which that's basically what Miyamoto wants us to do. So he's taken away the regular, Mario mechanics where you can punch things, jump, that kind of stuff. What Luigi does is he takes his flashlight and you point it at the ghosts, and once the ghosts are highlighted, then you can suck them up with the poltergeist. Now along the way too, Luigi has accidentally unleashed 50 Boos and King Boo, so he has to find a way to get them back. In order to fight the boss ghosts, or the portrait ghosts, you have to highlight their hearts, and then you have to do different things in order for their hearts to become available for the flashlight. Because if you just flash your flashlight on them, they disappear, and there's no real way to capture them. So you have to kind of use your head a little bit and find out what the ghost's weakness is, and then once that happens, then their heart will become highlighted and you'll be able to suck them up. So that's pretty cool right there. What you're seeing right here is when you defeat certain ghosts, you get a chest, and then that chest will either have treasure or the key, and as I said before, the key is used to unlock different doors in this game. Once you beat the ghosts, you actually turn them back into paintings. So that's what we're seeing here is the ghosts that I caught in Area 3. And that's the pretty much whole concept of the game. Controls for this game. Alrighty, in order to move Luigi, you just use the control stick, and then to spin him around like that, just use the C-stick. Because when you're in the dark, Luigi can't really walk normally because he's scared. So, okay, now that you've highlighted the ghosts, to suck them up, you just use the R button, and then you're going to want to use your control stick in order to kind of rodeo the ghosts into your vacuum. You also have to be careful that ghosts don't sneak up behind you. If a ghost does manage to sneak up behind you, move your control stick around like in a circle pattern, and then you can get the ghost off you. If you get really good at the game, then you can suck two ghosts up at the same time, which is kind of cool. There are elemental attacks as well, like later Luigi gets a fire attack, he gets the water, and he also gets the ice emblem, which they're kind of cool weapons. I mean, you don't really use them that much other than to solve puzzles, but the fire works out well. Now, Game Boy Horror has a lot of different uses in this game. One, it can be your map. It can also be used to display your items for the game and ghosts you caught. Designed for this game. Well, Luigi's Mansion is kind of like a cartoony type feel game, but I do have to say that the visuals and the overall feel of the game do work, and Miyamoto did a great job of playing to Luigi's strengths. It's just a great game to look at. History. Well, Luigi's Mansion, as some of you may know, is actually not Luigi's first game. Now, Luigi was just kind of intended as a color palette for Mario in the earlier games. It wasn't until Super Mario Bros. 2 that Luigi kind of got his own thing. No, not Doki Doki Mario. I'm talking about the import. Now, Danny Wells portrayed Luigi in Super Mario Bros. Super Show, and he is the man who defined Luigi's personality for decades to come. So thank Danny Wells for making Luigi who Luigi is. And Japan incorporated that in just about every one of their games soon afterwards. Mario is Missing is the first game Luigi was ever the star. It was a point-and-click adventure for the PC and was later ported to the Super Nintendo. Alright, the boos. Now, the boos are kind of a cool thing in themselves. They first appeared in Super Mario Bros. 3, which is by far the best Mario game ever made. Look for my review later on. Anyway, the ghost houses were first kind of realized in a Mario game in Super Mario World. So you kind of found out where the boos came from. And then Miyamoto and crew brought back the ghost house, which is, if you're looking at this house right now, doesn't it kind of look like an early concept or an early model of Luigi's Mansion? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. In Super Mario 64, Mario explored these ghost houses, where he fought boos and solved puzzles very similar to that of Luigi's Mansion. Sorry. Anyway, King Boo was first in Luigi's Mansion, and then later on he became kind of like a Mario franchise villain, so that kind of worked out for them too. Bad part about this game. Well, Miyamoto changed one thing in the Mario franchise for Luigi's Mansion that I wish he hadn't. He got rid of the jump mechanic. Now, I always incorporate a Mario game as the ability to jump, whether triple jump or just to bounce around. Even in Super Mario RPG, you could jump. And, you know, he had some really cool jumps in that anyway. What he did is he added another humor aspect to this game. Instead of jumping, Luigi walks around and he calls his brother whenever you tap the A button, which after a while, it can get pretty annoying, but it is funny. Good part about this game, that would be that Nintendo has an absolutely great sense of humor. I'm serious, whether you're pulling the drapes away from a girl ghost and then it turns out that she's a whale, and I just thought that was funny, to the portrait ghosts have personalities. They come in all shapes and sizes. Some of them are really nice to you, some of them are very sarcastic, some of them are really funny, some of them are straight-laced, some of them are musical, and just the idea of the portrait ghosts and the different type there are, it was just really, really cool, and Nintendo did like a very, very good job with that. One of my favorite areas of the game is the Observatory, which right here is, in my eyes, kind of like a very, very early thing of Super Mario Galaxy, with Luigi walking the starlight path to get one of Mario's items. Now, the boss battles in this game are really cool as well. Whether you're fighting like a Titanic ghost toddler in a crib, or you're fighting like all these different boos, and you get to see, like, kind of, again, thank Danny Wells for how Luigi is, because without him, it wouldn't just be this funny. Luigi would not be who he is. I'm serious. Anyway, the opening boss battles are really funny to watch, and they're really cool too. I won't spoil too much, but the Bowser fight is really, really cool. Play it yourself. Again, the mansion is absolutely huge, and it's a lot of fun to explore it. There are tons of different rooms. There's tons of different things that happen. Go through and play it, have a lot of fun. But if you're stuck, instead of trouncing all the way through the mansion, you can actually use certain mirrors to teleport yourself right back to the beginning parlor, which is really, really cool. Well, gamers, that's it from my end. November will be Mario Month. You can look for me on YouTube once in a while. The game has okay replay value, presentation is great, graphics are good, music is okay. This game gets a 7 out of 10. Look for me on Wii Live. God bless gamers, and peace out.